Okay, look up. Look up. Okay, it says consider the differential equation. Again, reminder. Just because they give you a differential equation doesn't tell you what you're supposed to do with it. They're just giving it to you. Then it says, on the axes provided, sketch a slope field for the given differential equation. Okay, slope field is brand new, but it's really easy points. A slope field is not a graph. A slope field is a picture. So a graph is a bunch of points where every point represents two numbers. Okay, a graph is just a bunch of points. Every point represents two numbers. A slope field is not a graph. A slope field is a picture. Okay, so we have a picture here, and we're going to draw what the slopes of F look like. So this goes back to the thing we talked about a minute ago, back here, where I said you have Danica's chart right here. They give you this equation. This is the equation for finding the slopes of this equation. Okay, a slope field is a picture of the slopes of F. So they're giving you the formula for calculating the slopes of F. The slope field is a picture of the slopes of F. So it's the one case on the AP test where you are not graded on your work, you're graded on the picture. So you have to draw an accurate picture. So back here, number 9, I have a formula for calculating slopes. The formula requires both the x and the y coordinate. So a table is a good way to do it. So I write x, y, and then dy dx, which is equal to negative 2x divided by y. Questions so far? Cool. Okay, you don't want to plug in points randomly. You want to look for patterns. So it's best to look for values of x or y, which will very quickly result in multiple computations. Like it's really easy value. There's an easy value that I can pick for x, and that value of x is the x coordinate of many of these points. And if I use that x first, I can get most of the problem done quickly. So I'm thinking of the easiest value of x ever. What value of x am I thinking of?
0.
0. So I say when x is 0, so look here, when x is 0, y could be 0, y could also be 1, y could be 2, y could be negative 1, y could be negative 2. This one is not required because there's no dot right there, so just cross that off. Question. I am picking the value of x, which will be easiest for me to work with, because it's negative 2 times x. So negative 2 times 0 will be 0. And it doesn't matter if I'm dividing by 1, 2, negative 1, or negative 2. 0 divided by any of those is 0. So now I know the value of the slope at all those points is 0.
Why did you cross off the 0 and the 0 again?
So when they ask me to draw the slope field, I only have to draw the field where there are dots, and there's no dot at x equals 0, y equals 0. 2 points. Anybody else? Show me with your hand. This is a picture of what the slopes of F look like. This is the formula for calculating the slopes of F. The slopes of F are 0 at these points. What does the slope of 0 look like? This. So that's what I draw. The slope field is a picture of what F would look like if F went through these points. So you're drawing what the slope of F looks like. Question. And you just keep going. So another easy pick would be, I don't know, pick x equal 1. So when x is 1, y can be 1 again, or y can be 2, or y can be negative 1, or y can be negative 2. I'm picking easy things first. It just makes the problem go faster. Well, when x is 1, the top is negative 2. So negative 2 divided by 1 will be negative 2. Negative 2 divided by 2 would be negative 1. Negative 2 divided by negative 1 would be positive 2. Negative 2 divided by negative 2 would be positive 1. Questions? Please, Jack. Oh, you're going to stretch this question. It's kind of like an auction. You twitch, I jump. So no worries. So, question? Please, Luke.
So would you draw like a diagonal?
So at the point 1, 1, right here, I got 1, 1. I have to show what the slope of f would look like if f were to go through that point. You must draw accurately. If you're lazy, you'll lose points. So I just use the dots that are already there to help me. This direction is negative. From this dot to this dot would be a slope of 1. Negative 1. I need a slope of negative 2. So instead of going to this dot, I want to go halfway between these dots. So I want to go like this. So I literally practice for a minute, and then I draw the line. Question? One, 2, the slope should be negative 1. So I come up here, 1, 2. I need a dot because we don't have one, so I just put a little reference dot here. So slope of negative 1 would go through those two dots. So now I can draw it. And as long as I can see that these are different slopes, the grader should be fine. So. Questions? Please.
So the whole draw another dot thing was a little bit confusing to me. I'm wondering if I know that a negative 2 slope is just going to be steeper than a negative 1. Is that okay? If I just
I would still say use the dots because you want the numbers I've seen show up are like negative 1, negative 2, negative 4, negative a half. So the other dot, it's really easy. I'm just extending the grid. So I know that a slope of negative 1 goes from one dot to another. So I just said, well, these dots are this far apart, so if there was another dot, it would be there. And now I just line it up. For the slope of negative 2, I'd want to go, like negative 1 would be to here, like this, you see? So negative 2 is halfway instead, like that. Does that help? Okay. Or, anything else? Just keep going until you've done the chart. That's it. Like here, slope of 2. So 1, negative 1. Now I'm going this direction, so same thing again, Brentley. This would be a slope of positive 1 between the two dots. Instead, I'm going to go to here. So like this.
And why did you go between
Between them.
Yeah, between 0 and 1.
So slope of 1 means down 1 over 1. So that would be here. If I just double that by going half as far over.
So doubling means going half as far over.
Well, I didn't say that very well. I need the line to be steeper. Well, how much steeper? Like twice as steep.
So instead if you just drew like a reference dot at
You can do this.
negative 3.
Put a dot right there. Yeah, perfect. But that goes right through the middle here.
Yeah.
That's all I'm doing. So I just went to here. Does that make sense? Then this one's going to be 1, so that's more like this. Do the same thing over here. Good work.